What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It is your main man, Juggernaut, multi-platinum production team.
Arkatech Beatz.
Listen, shout out to my partner, Mike Trauma D. Welcome to the music production live stream, man. We get together and we try to basically do the music production. Hold on one second. This is wild. Okay. Vito, what up, man? What's the word? So listen, if it's your first time here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribing. We are producers for your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, Big Pun, Nas, Prodigy, Amal D, recipes. Raekwon the Chef, Jadakiss, Max B, Killer Mike, The Game, Freddie Gibbs, so many others. You know, like I said, we get together, we try to basically start this, do this music production live stream so people can kind of learn the Cayenne PCX. So shout out to everybody that jumps into this live stream and trying to learn this music production thing. We are streaming on all platforms, so make sure you follow us at Arkatech Beatz. Make sure you hit the notification bells, follow and all that good stuff. We will be using some samples tonight, chopping up some samples, and we are going to be using samples courtesy of Splice.com. So make sure you're checking out the link in the description to make sure you get those royalty-free samples so you can get busy with it. Yes, I am on Twitch. So let's go. So this is the sample that we're going to be using tonight, man. Yeah, man, I was feeling a little funny yesterday. You know what I mean? Just, you know, that grind, boy. So, you know, I've been telling myself, this when I don't feel right, just rest. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been doing. Making sure we're taking care of self. All right? Self-care, man, is the best care. So y'all hear this sample? All right, so boom. I already started to kind of chop this thing. So listen to how we got the chops going. All right? So I think this is probably one of the special parts right here when it does the. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna unlink these slices because I don't want my ends messing with my starts. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna convert this into a I'm gonna do a new drum pad using slice. We're gonna do non-destructive slices, right? And we're gonna put that into a new track. And then we got this here. So now we gotta just determine what we want to do with this. If we want to, I'm probably gonna wind up tuning it up. I'll probably wind up tuning it up one just to make sure that we have it where we want it. It's gonna be at an A+. do is we're gonna just make sure that these BPM things are gonna be synced and warped. This is at 70 BPMs as per the sample. We're gonna just apply that. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. We are on TikTok tonight too. So for those who are used to us being on TikTok, we are there tonight. My stream key is working for some strange reason. You know, it sometimes stops working. Sometimes it does work. Sometimes it doesn't. This is the Akai MPC-X. Alright, now we want to get it down to a tempo that I think I like, which is, I think this is going to probably be about 74, 75. Probably going to wind up being 4 bars. And we're just going to let it, for right now, I'm going to turn on the metronome just so that I can just get a feel for what I'm doing here. See what it feels like. So when I start triggering it. Maybe 75 might be where it's at. Let's try to lay something down real quick. 2, 3. One more time. And we might need to make this ending slightly longer so that it carries over. Not able to submit. What are we submitting? We're not submitting anything tonight. We're not doing any reviews tonight. We're just doing a music production tutorial tonight. quick. We're not doing any beat reviews tonight, so it shouldn't be anything to submit on this link. Normally, if there's a submit link, I'd have a different link up on the screen. I'm gonna just hold that for right there. It's gonna be a placeholder for when I'm gonna embellish on it a little bit later. Gonna give us a little bit something. I know people are like, "What are you doing, Jug? It don't sound like anything. It sounds crazy right now." Trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. That's all I can say. We're gonna do a note repeat on it. We're gonna go 1/8 on it. We're gonna lay this down real quick. everything, get a little bit of percussion going on it. Make sure y'all hitting the like button like my homie said in there. Let's go. When you say how many good beats do you think I've lost? Define loss, my brother. Define lost. Look, when you see like how I'm doing the chops and I'm moving it around. It doesn't happen often. I don't have many joints that I've actually lost the files. I shouldn't say that. I'm wrong to say that. Actually, I have a bunch of beats that I've lost the files for. Now that I think about it in retrospect, I had a bunch of beats on the MPC 2000 XL, and I was using a jazz drive. And the jazz drive, those had like 1 or 2 gig disk, and that's a lot of files to put on an MPC, a gigabyte back then. And I think it corrupted. It corrupted right after. I had exported the files for Max B. Because true story, Max B is not even that's a 2-track. You know what I mean? That's not even like a mixed beat. That's a beat that came straight off the beat CD. It never got stems. It never got mixed. However he did it is how we made the beat. That's how the beat was on the beat CD, exactly like that. Like, so, I had exported the files because we were doing some updated versions to it. And then shortly after I did that drive became corrupted. So a lot of stuff that was made during that era, I had some Nas joints during that era, some Rage joints during that era. They're just a wrap. And then also when I got rid of the ASR, so, I got a bunch of ASR discs that, zip discs. So now when you say it like that, yeah, there's a bunch of joints. More than I care to reminisce on, you know what I mean? Whenever you lose files, man, you just gotta let it go. It could put you in such a funk. You're like, man, that could have been the one, or it may not be, Yeah, you gotta archive them records. You gotta archive those beats. It ain't no joke. Get the snare down real quick. Put a little bit of effects on our master track, the master bus. Now, you know what I might have to do with this? That hi-hat might need to speed up. Hi-hat might definitely need to speed up. Try to speed it up real quick. Let's lay that down real quick. One more time. One more time. We're gonna get it. Kaz, what up? got an idea. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live, man. Make sure we hit the like button, man. That helps the algorithm. You got to hit the like button. You know, we got to do that. Hit the like button so we can make sure that people get to see what's going on. That kid amazing, man. Thanks for the gift. Yeah. No snow down here yet, bro. We put each sound on a different track. Yeah, we put the snare, hi-hats and stuff. You know, we kind of do it I don't want to say the old school way where we lay it track by track. I think that's the most simple way to do it. If you're a finger drummer, you can put everything on the same and kind of trigger it. There's no right or wrong way. Have that as a switch up and then have it go. I might go to 77. We gotta wait and see. Charlie Solo, thanks for the gift. We're gonna add that fall in real quick. Diane, what up? Charlie Solo, thank you for the gift, man. Let's go. Hit the like button, man. Let's go, man. It helps the algorithm. Let's make sure that we're in the same key before we continue. Make sure our sample's in the same key as our thing here. See, this is A play, A sharp. We want to make sure our thing is in the same joint. So sometimes you can listen to it and it might sound like it's in the same, but it's not in the same. started on the 2. Try something real quick. What we're using to do the live, we're doing Streamlabs. We're using these eMeet cameras. And then we're using, of course, one of the Rode podcast Procasters. And we're using a Scarlett 818. You can check out for you to get the exact things that we're using, just hit up arkatechbeatz.com and then scroll down and you'll see a gear list. And you'll get exactly what we're using. I'll put all the links on the website. I'm gonna go to 77 like Ashkin said. I think I'm gonna do that. Some boom bap, man. It's not really intricate. Just boom bap. You know what I'm saying? Just boom bap. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the live. I typically ask the chat to give me a name for the beat, but tonight it just felt like a warning shot. So, you know, we just warming up. Got on a little earlier tonight too, right? Got on a little bit after 9. All day, what up? Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Tony. Smoke, what up? We doing different styles, man. You know what I'm saying? Like this one is more of a chop. Typically, typically I like to do stuff that kind of plays out straight. My samples tend to be a lot more melodic, and I chop. I normally would chop to make a loop sound full, right? So I normally don't chop to make a loop versus chop to extend the loop or make a loop fit in my time signature. It just varies, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything is not for everyone. You got to understand that when you're creating. You know what I'm saying? Because what I may not like, somebody else might. You know what I'm saying? The key here is just to make it structurally sound. You know what I'm saying? And to make sure that it's maintaining a groove, and then it has a space for you to put what you got to put on it. Because an album cut is called an album cut for a reason.
Arkatech Beatz.
We're going to say that. Shout out to everybody that is in the live. So just so that we can kind of go over what we did with this. We started with this sample. Right? And then what we did is we chopped it up to get to this. Alright, so it had a few chops in it, and they go. We added a little bit of a delay just to kind of make it, sound a little bit more, connective, right? Sometimes we use effects to trick the ear. Sometimes chops don't connect, and sometimes you can use effects and reverb to kind of mask that, EQ, stuff like that, to make stuff feel like it's connected when it's really not. The key here is to try to make it feel like it's a sample when it's really not the sample. It's really chops, right? So you want to try to play it in a melody that makes it feel like it's, something cohesive. With that, we added on our hats. And initially, we had it only going on the 1/8, and then we changed it to the 1/16 with a velocity, just to kind of make it feel like it's moving a little bit better. Then we had an open hat to it, right? And we did that on every 4. And it's just to kind of give us a little bit more percussive, to make it feel like it's moving a little bit better. Give us a little bit more of a groove or a vibe, right? We added in a snare. I think this snare we tuned up 1 semitone just to kind of give it a little bit of a different sound. Tried to pick a snare that has a little bit of weight to it. Of course, we go with this kick. the we have the fall in here, and it's I like, you know, for folks who know me, I like to use that sound. It kind of helps to um give the track a little bit more dynamic. You know what I mean? Add a little bit more excitement to it, and then we added the trill. And what we did with that trill is that it's actually a longer trill. And what we did is we synced it. We warped and BPM synced it. We keyed it up to the semitone, right? We keyed it up 5 to get it into the right key. Our sample right now is in the key of maybe A sharp, and we just got this into the key of A. Just to kind of, it doesn't match exactly, but it sounds like it sounds good, right? So you want to kind of play with, you know, the where your sample is key at. That's really a guide. It's not an end all be all. You have to use your ears, people. Make sure that it's tuned. You know what I mean? And what we did is we brought that down into the mix. By using a 16 level, and we're gonna probably bring the velocity down a little bit too, just to make it a little bit softer in there. And that's the main sequence. We're gonna make that 8 bars. We're gonna double that up. So then we're gonna go into the second part of the sequence, which is basically taking the chops, and we're just playing with them a little bit, just to give us a little bit of a variation. Nothing too crazy. We just want there to be a definitive difference between what we may think may be the verse versus what we think may be the hook. We don't know where it's at yet. We don't know if we're sold on it being the hook or what the other sounds, or if we're sold on it being the verse. We're not sold on that yet. And the key here is to be flexible, people. Like, please, you got to be flexible. You can't be in a situation where everything is so rigid you don't know, because you really don't know. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the whole thing that I really like about the whole live stream and the internet and stuff like that. Like, it's really a playground. You can put you can put your music out in terms of like shorts or reels and stuff like that, and see what the reaction is, right? If people react to it well, then you keep it there. If it doesn't get the reaction that you like, you try it again. You know, you keep testing until you see what happens, right? But the key to this is to make sure that we're trying to find what works the best, what feels the best amongst folks, amongst your own ears, and we're trying to really grow and get ourselves better with this, right? All right, so you see where we did this. What we did is we went from we changed the way that we triggered it, right? Instead of it going, right? So now what we did is we just go, and we just keep repeating that, and then we get to the end and we do, all right? And you know, that's really the beat in a nutshell that we call warning shots. You know, this we've been live for about an hour. I want to play something that we did in the last live stream for people who may have missed it. And of course, if you want to rewatch any of these live streams, you can watch them on the YT channel. So you can always go back to that and you can look and see what it is. we did. It was a joint that we did, which was called. Well, I'll play a few of the joints that we did from the other day. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. You know, we've been live for about an hour. YouTube. That sometimes them vocal samples be going crazy, bro. I ain't even gonna hold y'all like it. This man, like some of them, it really be going. I'm like, yo, that's all right there, bro. This other joint we call it Wednesday Whispers. I guess we did it on a Wednesday night, like tonight. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live stream, man. Make sure you're hitting the like button, man. Help the algorithm, please. Them horns, man. I got this head to Rick Ross. I thought you were going to say Rick James. We're making it do what it do. pretty much. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live, man. We've been live for about an hour, a little over an hour. Michael, we not doing reviews tonight, but I may do some tomorrow. I haven't done some in a while. Peace, Coach Jay. What up, man? Gotta keep the show on the road. Coach J, man, thanks for the gift, my brother. And then we did, what's the name of that one? This one was called Smooth in the Game. I don't know where we be getting these names from. Oh, we get it from the chat. I forgot about that. Yeah, we get it from the chat. The chat gives us these names. It's a little bit different, man. It's a little bit different. But yeah, I need y'all to tune in for tomorrow. I'm about to wrap it up a little something. You gotta tune in for tomorrow. See what's going on for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. We're gonna try to do something fresh tomorrow. Is the time any for Max? Listen, man. Yeah, we got a nice pack for him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It definitely was a nice pack. You know, we just got to see how it lands, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? This you know, with this thing like this, you can't get too emotionally connected to what you're doing with this. You just kind of, you make your music, you do the best that you can do with your music, you put your best foot forward and you let it land the way it needs to land. You know, in my mind, I want certain ones to hit, but, you know, I don't got any control over that. You know what I mean? Like, so the things that you can't control, you can't really worry about. Because, you know, if you do it like that, this business will drive you mad. Why he didn't take this beat? Or why he didn't do this? Or, you know, like, you don't want to do that to yourself. You know what I mean? Because it'll drive you crazy. I got a few joints that's gonna be coming out. You know, Cody, of course. Not Thinking About You is out now. Make sure y'all check that out. The next single is going to definitely be this one. It's called Insane.
Arkatech Beatz.
It'll be out on Tuesday.
What do you do when the love's that good? Every single inch is working like it should. What's a girl to do when a man's that fine? Feeling like a diamond, shining all the time.
J, I got you.
What's it gonna do when a man's that fine, shining all the time? When he says he wants me, baby, don't you know it drives me insane, and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane, and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane, and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane, and I can't stop thinking about you. No,
Hit that like button, let's go. New Cody. Coach J, man. So then check out this next one.
Arkatech Beatz.
That's my lyrics, son.
Arkatech Beatz.
Tired of the heartache, tired of the heartbreak, for all of the things that we go through. This what I get for loving you. Tired of the heartache, tired of the heartbreak, for all of the things that we go through. This what I get for loving you. Never will we fight again.
I used to rap, huh?
Thought we'd be just friends. Thought that we'd be together for the time we see. Never wanted to be with this. Couldn't understand a thing. And I wanna know why we're not together. Why we're not together. Let's go. Tired of the heartbreak. Tired of the heartbreak. Tired of the heartbreak. For all of the things that we go through. This what I get for loving you. Tired of the heartache, tired of the heartbreak, for all of the things that we go through. This what I get for loving you.
Shout out to everybody joining the live. New Cody. Arkatech Beatz.
Tired of the heartbreak, tired of the heartbreak, for all of the things that we go through. This what I get for loving you.
Y'all, thank you for the gift.
Tired of the heartbreak, for all of the things that we go through. This what I get for loving you.
Yo, that's the Cody, man. And look, I gotta. The album that I got here, man, is a no skip. You know what I'm saying? It's a no skipper, man. It got, between the Ride or Die and the Not Thinking About You, and I got a few joints in here, man. So I think by the time we get all the songs out, it'll be solid EP, man. No skips on that, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and then we just take our time and we work it. You know what I mean? Pause. But with the way that music discovery works, man, there's no timeline on it. You just do stuff according to what your budget is, and you just keep it pushing. Yeah, we're gonna be able to listen to it all straight. Listen, man, putting the bag behind music, man, these days it's real tricky, man. It's real tricky, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta really play a smart game when we're promoting music and making sure that it's bundled with other things, and so that we can have some sort of quantifiable ROI. And that's really what the issue is right now in the industry, is that there's no number. And people say, what do you mean by this? What's the number? Meaning, like, you know how somebody will say, hey man, you have to spend $100,000 on a single. That's what the last guy paid. You don't know what you're gonna have to pay. You don't know what the number is for you to get traction. You know, you don't know how many times your record has to be heard for it to catch. So that's the question of, like, how much does it take for it to really run up? So, this is just part of the game, man. You just don't know. And if you've been in music marketing and music promotion, and if you understand it, it's like, if it, in the beginning, it feels like a bottomless pit, because you put money and putting money and putting money, and you're like, man, I don't see the return. I don't see the return. It's because it really is supposed to be bundled with something. Like, if you were selling it maybe a single at a time at $1 a pop, it would make sense, right? But when we're doing streaming, it gets tricky. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're not selling physical units, it gets tricky. If you're not selling merch, it gets tricky. So for the artists out here that are trying to get their music and get their following up, remember, your music is more so of a promotional tool for you to sell something else. Listen, man, if you get it to work, you know how it go. My man said he ready to get back into street promotion with the DJs. Yo, listen, I don't even like the reality of it is like, yo, do the DJs have the power that they once had? And this has been my problem with a lot of that. When I first got to an ATL, I was running around outside, and we were running around, chasing certain DJ coalitions, right? Shall remain nameless. And, they were promising this and promising that. And, hey, you give it to our network of DJs and we'll get it going, and you'll pay this, you'll pay that. And what I noticed, what none of those DJs did back then, and I was asking why you guys aren't doing it, but these guys weren't curating playlists. They were supposed to be curating Apple and Spotify playlists as DJs. You know what I mean? And that would have had more power. And they weren't doing that. Now it's kind of like, can you even get people outside anymore? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're watching their favorite streamer. We got to figure it out. You know what I mean? So, I say all that to say, like, the way to market music is a little bit different now. And you have to put yourself in a position for more virality. And that takes a little bit of work. He said, where's a good place that we can send your music to be listened to by? I'm not sure I understand your question. Tomorrow we're gonna do some reviews tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to get on early. Oh, companies. It's just you're talking about probably doing sync stuff. Sync stuff is a little bit different. You don't see many companies right now buying music. You got to realize, like, we got AI out here, people. You remember what we're competing with. So you got to stay on top of your game, So if you don't have your AI situation going, the portal will be open on the 15th, right? So, we'll be showing folks how to create their AI music and stuff like that. Oh, you gotta if labels are looking for instrumentals, your best way for you to sell your instrumentals, man, you don't really get to the labels, man. You gotta get it to the artist directly. Find your favorite artist. Most artists have contact information for managers or whatever in their bios. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with your favorite artist. Make sure you stay busy in their comments. Hopefully they respond to you. When they start responding to you, then you be like, hey man, I want to sing you some music. They may take it. Sometimes they may or may not. You know what I mean? It's all about the hustle and the grind. It's the hustle and the grind, man. The hustle and the grind. you know, if you know, you know. So if y'all remember that the one that I played y'all, there was an original to that one, and then we wound up remixing it to the one that we have. Now, part of me said I didn't want to put out the initial one, but I think I'm gonna wind up putting out both. They're different vibes.
Arkatech Beatz.
For all of the things that we go through, it's what I get for loving you. Tired of the heartache, tired of the heartbreak. For all of the things that we go through, it's what I get for loving you. Never will we fight again. Always thought we'd be just friends. Thought that we'd be together for the time we'd see. Never wanted to be with this. Couldn't understand a thing. And I wanna know why we're not together. Why we're not together. Tired of the heartache, tired of the heartbreak. For all of the things that we go through, it's what I get for loving you.
Someone's asking, how did we get the placements? The way that we had gotten a lot of our placements, we spend a lot of time trying to determine who's next, right? And the thing that's been most successful for us in terms of getting our placements, say for example, like a Meek Mill, right? We did Meek Mill very early. Right before he signed to MMG, right? So it's like we kind of seen him bubbling on the mixtape side, and then of course what you got to do is you got to connect to the right people, and then you wind up getting something that works together. So we wind up connecting with another artist that kind of got him on as a feature, and then that's how we wind up getting the record together. Is it the best record? You know what I'm saying? But we have it, so it's part of your credits, part of your catalog. So once you have it as your credit, then you can use it as your credit. And that really goes for like our Jadakiss situation. I ran into Jadakiss in Cross County Mall in Yonkers, right? And we ran into Jada, and we just introduced ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But remember, we had already did Big Pun and Nas, so you know, once you introduce yourself and you already got a credit, then you don't look like you trying to come up. You look like you're trying to help. So, and the funny thing about that is that we went to the studio a few times with him in Powerhouse, and we never got anything done. But we stayed in contact, and we kept sending him stuff until something landed. It took a while. It took years. From the time that we met him to the time that we actually got music off, might have been 10 years. You know what I mean? Like it was you just keep sending something until something lands. You just never know when it lands. You just keep it pushing. The placement that we had got with Lloyd Banks, we were in contact with Lloyd, just via DMs and stuff, and he happened to just see a video of one of the tracks that we did, and he reached out, and he was like, "Yo, I want that." He told us take it off socials. And we wind up sending it to Lloyd. And it's really simple. It's not really it's not as complex as it used to be. Before, you used to have to be plugged in and had access. Now, if your favorite artists all have contact information. All the contact information is always in their bio, because remember, the only way they're eating off of shows, so they still need to have somebody have contact in order for them to get for booking and stuff like that. So if people want to do interviews, if people want to do podcasts, if people want to do shows, there's information there, but it's going to connect to a manager or whatever. So it's all about your pitch, right? What does your social media look like? Is your social media looking crazy? If your social media don't look like you do what you say you do, then you're not gonna get a response, right? You got to curate your social media. You got to make sure that everything looks the way it's supposed to look. You got to make sure that if you say you make beats, right? You got to show that you're a producer. You got to show that. You got to highlight that. And everything has to basically line up. And you have to have that little bit of social proof that'll hopefully get you a reply, right? After that, it's all about the music, and it's timing also. It's music and it's timing. Sometimes you may hit an artist up and they're not working. They're not in the studio, Some guys that I see be real successful are the guys that had home studios and basically partnered with artists. You ever been robbed? I won't say that I've been robbed. What I will say is that I've encountered some situations where people have tried not to be as upfront and forward as they should be. The reality of it is the reason why people wind up getting things wind up happening to folks that they're not able to protect themselves from is because they don't really set themselves up correctly in the first hand. And that's the whole reason why we're starting up the portal. It will be a community of producers, and I will be showing folks how to protect themselves, how to monetize their music. And you never have to worry about somebody stealing your music. They can steal it, but they're going to pay. I can tell you that. Because anybody that's used my music unauthorized, they have paid. You heard? That's all. They pay. And once they pay. And remember, you got email chains and all this type of stuff. So if you got email chain of when you sent the music and the music sounds similar, you got to get the right lawyer on tap. And I'm gonna have a lawyer that will be tapping into our community, and they will be giving us game. They've committed to say they will give us some modules in terms for copyright and stuff like that. So stay tuned, folks, man. We about to get it going, man. But I'm about to get up out of here. He says, you want to see how much fine tune we have over the voice? It's you got to play with it. Look, you got to listen. You can't. People can't take your music people take your music if you let them, bro. That's the best way that I can say it. If you let them take it, they're gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really the reality of the situation. If you let them take it, they're gonna take it, right? Because it's real simple. Yo, I want to do something with you. Boom. I send you the music. All of a sudden, the joint come out and nobody contacted you. You got an email chain. Now, the issue is if you don't keep your email chain, if you change phones and you lose your text messages, if you can't prove that you sent it to somebody, that's where the problem is. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the first thing. That's the first line of defense. You can prove that you got it. You prove that you sent it, whatever, right? So let's say it's a year went by or something like that. Okay, boom. You prove that you sent it. You can look in your system and see when you made the record. When you made the record, that's when your copyright actually started. You took it from your idea, you made it into a tangible form. I sent it to them, they start to use it. All right, cool. You can still go back now. You can still take $50, $60, $65, go register the copyright. All right? Now you're in a position where you can take legal action. You understand? Like you somebody took the music, okay. You pay your money, go copyright it. You put the date as when you made it, right? Then you register the copyright. Now that it's registered, right? Because you can't really take legal action until it's registered. You have to register it. That's part of the statute. But now that you've registered it, now you got to do is get with a little attorney and say, hey, man, that's my record. You got to pay or we take it down. You know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes you can wait, but you can't wait too long because there is statute of limitation, and that's going to, determine how much you're going to be able to get paid out on it if you wind up suing and so forth and so on. Those things impact that. So definitely time frames impact that, but also what you do want to do is you want the record to get a little bit of traction. You want the record to build up a little bit of royalties. You want them to get used to seeing that royalty run up. And then you got to threaten it for it to all disappear if they don't take care of it. And then you negotiate. But you got all the leverage now. Because 1, I got the proof that you took the record. 2, it's copywritten. And now I need you to make it right. So maybe you might have, as a new producer, you might have gotten, $1,500 to $2,000. Now you can ask for 5. You know what I'm saying? If the record is really bubbling, okay, you can ask for more. The key here is not to go crazy with it, but you do have to understand it's like this. Folks will try to game you like, hey man, give me a break, we'll work with you again in the future. 9 times out of 10 that don't happen. Once you start to initiate that process of trying to take down and get you paid, that relationship is pretty much dead. But the reality of the situation is you never really had a relationship, because if you did have one, they would have done the business with you correctly. So you can't really try to salvage something that you never had. So don't let people run game on you. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, we'll promote you, or we'll tag you in the post, and like all that stuff it's like it's cool, but you know what I'm saying, it's like it needs to have more inherent value. You know what I'm saying? Like a guy can't, just tag you, in on the picture and don't really, people can't see your name and all that type of stuff. Like, like that type of stuff is like, it's good, but take the money. But yeah, that's the way that you got to play the game with these guys. You know what I mean? You can't let people take advantage of it. And there's a process to the whole thing, and I have to make sure that people understand it. You know what I mean? So we're gonna make it do what it do, man. But until next time, I'm about to get up out of here. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. We do a reviews tomorrow.
Tired of the heartache, tired of the heartbreak, for all of the things that we go through. This what I get for loving you. Tired of the heartache, tired of the heartbreak, for all of the things that we go through. This what I get for loving you. Never will we fight again.
Johnny got that 90s vibe.
We'd be just friends. Thought that we'd be together for the time we see. Never wanted to be with this.
Yo, Rick, what up?
Couldn't understand a thing. And I wanna know why we're not together. Why we're not together. Let's go. Tired of the heartbreak. Tired of the heartbreak. Tired of the heartbreak. For all of the things that we go through. This what I get for loving you. Tired of the heartache. Tired of the heartbreak. For all of the things that we go through. This what I get for loving you.
Yo, shout out to Rick X, man, for staying consistent on his live streams, man. Appreciate you, brother. Let's go. Catch y'all tomorrow.
Tired of the heartbreak. Tired of the heartbreak. Tired of the heartbreak. For all of the things that we go through. This what I get for
That's love.